What is up, shining ones? Magus here, another beautiful day in Asha. Is everybody enjoying their summer so far? I had the most beautiful day, and I wanted to close out this perfect day going through the Gathas of Zarathustra. So, on this channel, we cover many different things. We've been going through Circe with our book club, and the Magi stuff, though, that's my heart. And so I'm so excited to go through the Gathas. We're going to do Song 1. And real quick, I would love to know this. How many of you cross over? Because I feel like the book club and the book content and the Magi Zoroastrian content, the viewers seem to be split. I wonder, is there any crossovers? Is there anyone from book club or just from the book content videos over here watching this also? I would love to know. So what I love about doing Magi stuff is I can just tell it like it is. I know you guys can handle it. And, even in just the first two verses of the Gathas, that's really all you would need right there. Listen to this. It says, Mazda, wise God, with a bow and uplifted arms, I pray. Let me break this down real quick. Mazda, right? Wisdom, the all good spirit, with a bow. This bow is setting down our thoughts and ideas and stories that we were fed from others outside of ourselves, humbling ourselves, bowing, and then arms lifted. It makes like a channel, right? And you're channeling this truth. I want the highest truth. I want Asha. I want to hear from good spirit. I'm willing to humble myself, turn off this brain, and listen with my heart. And then I pray. Praying, right? What is praying? We must know this. We have a great example. Ahura Mazda himself prayed. He prayed Yata Ahu to ward off the evil spirit, right? So what was God doing when he prayed? Was he begging a deity higher than himself? No. Was he trying to make a deal? Hey, I'll stop doing this if you'll do this for me. No, it's decreeing and declaring truth. He says, first I ask for, so how do we ask? Right? We attune ourselves. We hold the frequency, less begging and more holding the frequency that we want. I ask for support through progressive mentality. I love this. Progressive mentality. Our support comes from progressive mentality. This is also forward thought, which I love because we're doing Circe right now and we studied Prometheus, which means forward thought, right? It's to see the future. That's the beauty of the God mind. I've shared stories with you guys, testimonies of how I have seen into the future to change the future. Right? I'll tell the one story real quick because it works for a few different verses in this. If you already heard it, don't shut me off. I'll make it quick. But for a couple of weeks, maybe more, I had this bad feeling. Something bad was going to happen. I knew it. I was getting that frequency from the future. I could feel that bad energy. And I knew it had to do with my kids. So I told everyone, watch out, watch out. Something's going on with the kids. They know I have that foresight. I wish I could dial it in more. I seem to be dialing it in more as I get older. In that place between awake and asleep, Spirit took me to the bottom of my ex-wife's driveway. And he had me put up a shield of faith. And it blocked the driveway from the street. Later that day, my ex-wife called me, told me that my son was coming down that steep driveway to shoot out into the street. A car was coming. They would have collided. They would have hit. She said he bounced off of an invisible wall. Her words, my friends. And so we can have that forward thought and we can change things. You can even change things in the past. That's a whole nother discussion though. So we need that progressive mentality, that forward thought. Where do we get that? We get that from the God mind, Vohu Menyo. It says, then I pray that I may perform all my actions based as they are on the wisdom of Vohumenu. Right? So here we're thinking, speaking, acting out of that God mind, where it's that place where you and that highest principle of good are one. It's that place where there's protection, provision, health, life, the good things, the God things, right? And if we can attune ourselves to that mind, then we have to turn this off, right? Humble myself. I bow. I shut this off, and I live from here. We still need this, right? You're going to have to do things, right? Know when to go change your oil for your car and whatever, the daily life things. But here, spiritually, right? We need to also practice living from that Vohumenu, that God mind. According to the laws of Asha, so that I please you in the soul of the living world, right? It's pleasing to spirit. It's pleasing to ourselves. It's pleasing to all involved. It's pleasing even to the soul of the world when we live from Vohumenu, the God mind, by the laws of Asha. What is Asha? It's the highest truth. It's order and harmony. It's the perfect creator's perfect thought, his perfect idea of how the world should run. Wouldn't the world look beautiful if we all lived from that place? Well, Magus, I don't think we can get everyone to live from that place. That's okay. That's our goal. But if we just live from that place, it makes our world really nice. I had a really good day today, guys. I live in my Asha. I live in my heaven on earth. It's beautiful. My friends, I want it for everyone, which we're going to talk about here. Zarathustra talks about that we want to share it. We can't help but to share it, but we need to live in it right now. Verse 2, this is kind of cool. It says, Ahura Mazda, all good spirit, I approach you through Vohumenu. That's the only way to God, right? You're not going to find it in a church. You're not going to find it in books. You're not going to roll around on the ground and cry and beg till he shows up. We're going to approach Mazda through the God mind, Vohumenu. It's like the Christ mind here in the West, where Jesus said, no one comes to the Father but through me, the Christ mind, Vohumenu, the God mind. That's how we approach spirit. Grant me through Asha the blessings of both existences, the material and the mental, so I may lead my companions to happiness. This is where happiness is found. Asha talks a lot about this, the two worlds, my friends. And by Asha, by truth, right? We're going to run out that lying illusion in our minds and then in our world, both worlds. Now, verse 3 is beautiful. It's about rewriting the code. If you don't like the way your world looks, you got to rewrite the code. It says, O Asha, O Vohumenu, O God mind, O Christ mind, I shall sing your praises, none has sung before. So this is beautiful. So the song, right? Even Zarathustra's writings here, he calls them Gathas, which are songs. We sing it with our very life, with the very energy that we are, not just mouth service, right? You can be saying one thing, but feeling and believing something totally different. What you truly believe is what's coming to you. And so we as Ashavans, we hold that Asha. I am divine life and death cannot enter. I am divine life and health and sickness and disease dies when it touches me. I am blessed in everything I put my hand to. My children will live and not die and declare the works of the Lord. There's a hedge of protection around me and my children and my home. And we speak these truths and we sing it with our very essence and being. We don't even have to say a word. It just is because it's what we are. So we're writing our own code. We're creating the material that we want to see with a frequency that we hold. I shall likewise praise the Ahura Mazda and those whom serenity promotes, the unconquerable domain. I love that. The unconquerable domain. It's a shield. My friends, remember our key is light. I am light, and in light, darkness cannot enter. Right? This wisdom rules both worlds. Again, the mental and the material. It's our key, the unconquerable domain. I'm the light, darkness cannot enter. I'm the love that hate, fear, greed, war, violence can't enter. It's a beautiful shield. Verse 4, Zarathustra says, I who am attuning my soul to Vohumenyu. That's beautiful. I who am attuning my soul. He's listening to the sound, the frequency. What does love sound like? What does love feel like? What does love look like? That's what I'm going to sound like. That's what I'm going to look like. That's what I'm going to be. That's that Magi magic right there. Where do we find that? Vohumenyu. You got to go inside. Let's see. This is kind of beautiful. I was talking about this a little earlier. It says, I know that the actions done for Ahura Mazda have rewards. There's a reward, my friends, for attuning yourself to Vohumenyu. And then he says, as long as I continue to have the will and the power, I shall teach others to walk after Asha, the real above all real. I think about this verse a lot because I sometimes ask myself, why do I still come every day? I speak till I'm hoarse. I have to go down and suck on a Ricola. Why do I do this to I got the perfect life. It's just something in me. I have to share Asha. Just like Zarathustra's talking about there. As long as I can, I'm gonna. And I hope some of you guys pick it up and run with it too. He says, come through Vohumenyu and grant a true life, a real life, truth, Asha, support, so that we may overcome the lion illusion. Grant me the Vohumenyu, the God mind. Then he says, we are, and guys, really get this. This is verse 9. This has been on my heart lately. He says, we are united in offering you our praises, for we consider you the mighty master of promotion to be most worthy of invocation. Who is more worthy than the all-good spirit to worship and praise, right? Who is more worthy of invocation? And there's a lot of gods that aren't very good out there that people are worshiping and praying to and saying all glory and power to you. They're giving their life force and energy to. They're giving them so much strength and power. What have you done for Asha? When's the last time you said Asha is and believed it? Asha is. The perfect creator's perfect mind is. That spirit of God, Asha is. It's truth, and it runs out the lion illusion. Asha, I worship you. I praise you. Asha is. Love is. Peace is. The all-good spirit is. I love you, Ahura Mazda. I love you, all-good spirit. I worship you, all good spirit. When's the last time you've done that? Verse 11 says, all good spirit, teach me to speak the thoughts of your mind. Teach us to speak with our words, with our very life essence, your words, your thoughts from Vohumenyu. That God mind. Can you imagine when we're thinking and speaking and acting from the God mind? I'll give you a great example of that. One is the story I told at the beginning of this with my son coming down the driveway. But just recently, it's been a couple of months now, I guess, I was getting ready to back out of my parking spot in the grocery store. I heard a voice said, and it was comical. It said, do you know what? You're having such a great day. You went to the bookstore. You just went to the grocery store, got all your favorite snacks. Don't back out right now and ruin your perfect day. And so I put it back in park, turned the key off, and just sat there. And just a few seconds later, this little car went buzzing right behind me. Would have hit me. And I was thinking to myself, I think that guy's actually looking probably for reverse lights to hit someone. So I watched them. It wasn't just, I mean, maybe 30, 45 seconds later, not even probably a minute, maybe a minute. I don't know. It wasn't long. I was just watching them. And sure enough, there was some reverse lights. Person started backing out. He ran right into him, right? He was trying to cause an accident, right? So he can grab his neck and try to get some insurance money and stuff. And so that's living from that vohu menu, right? So that the pristine life shall be established, asha actualized, where someone else that isn't tied into that vohu menu, that God mind, right? They would have backed up and ruined their whole day, right? I could tell you story after story, and many of you that have been here a while know the stories. I share them a lot because I love them, you know. So asha is, right? Did you guys enjoy that? That's song 1. Please, if you like this, I mean, I'll do it anyway, but it means the world to me when you go to the comments and say, asha is, Mazda be praised. Even a little, thanks, Magus, for coming every day and loving on me, sharing this with me. Thank you, Magus. Right? Just things like that. It feels good. It feels right. And, you know, especially as we're studying Circe here. So I say studying, we're doing it in book club, but you do study it. Circe, I've noticed, she gives and gives and loves, and she never receives back. I was thinking, you know, she deserves better than that. I deserve better than that. I deserve someone to hit the like button and to say, love you, Magus, back. So if you want to do that, I think it's a good idea. All right, guys, I love you.